Good to be back.
What did it mean to get that contract extension?
Yeah, I mean, it meant a lot. Something that we had been working on for a little bit. We both had discussed how we wanted to go about it. On my end, it was, let things happen, handle your business here, and let's just let it happen. And on their end, it was we're going to be working behind the scenes to get it done. So having them follow through on that it means a lot to me. Not to mention, I've been here for 3 years. We haven't won many games. I haven't had, the season that I had hoped, and for them to still come in here and believe in me and say, hey, we think you can be a part of, the successful side of this thing for years to come is awesome. So I'm ecstatic, man, for real.
How much have you been reinvigorated with Justin coming in?
Yeah, I mean, that's another side of it. Just having a guy like that is as good of a person as he is, competitive-wise, he's, one of the most competitive people I've met. And then just the way he attacks workouts and practices, you don't see that often from a quarterback. I mean, a guy in there moving weight when we got practice in an hour, stuff like that, that I remember from college that he's still doing now, and just seeing that he's the same dude, and I'm excited, just the conversations that we've had and getting to, throw it around with them throughout OTAs. We have fun out there, so I'm excited.
Was there ever a point, Garrett, where you said last year wasn't necessarily the season you wanted? It's been a lot of losing at times. You seem emotionally down when we would talk to you after the season, even at points in the season. Was there ever a point where you allowed yourself to think maybe this day wasn't going to come? And then when it did, what was the relief?
No, man, I've always kept my faith in that this thing's going to turn around and that I'm going to be a big part of why it does. There's times where you have some days where are harder than others, right? And I'm not superhuman. I've had days where I've been down and felt like things weren't going my way maybe, but the next day I always kind of came back down to earth and coming to work here with these people, and like I said, people that believe in me. I don't take that lightly. People that want to work with me and are complimentary of not just what I do on the field, but the way I interact with them. That stuff, them taking notice. It takes time to rebuild stuff like that, and I built that here, and like I said, it just takes time to rebuild that stuff. It's something you never want to plot on wanting to do again, right? You always want to be where you're at. So, yeah, I'll say that.
There were a lot of people who were in your position across the league due for a contract extension, wanting a contract that during OTAs, during minicamp, they weren't there. They did the quote-unquote holdings. Why was it important for you to still be here during all these fine details were getting worked out? Yeah, because me and Coach and Muji, we talked about this, like I said, a little previous, and it's more to show them that all right, we said we're getting it done. I have faith in they're getting it done. Now let's go build with my teammates. I told them that I'd be, about my business as usual, and just being a man of your word and knowing that you're not the best you can be, right? You got to find a way to get better. You got to find a way to go improve with your teammates. We haven't made the playoffs yet. If I don't go out there in OTA practice and bust my ass, then what am I can't just talk about wanting to make the playoffs. No, the action's got to match up with that. So, just knowing that what I preach on a day-to-day basis and how that will be accepted to my teammates, my coaches, was the big factor in that. Not to mention, I love football, bro. I don't really need an excuse to go out and go play. For me, it's going to be more problems if you don't. There's just a lot of stuff that comes with the situation you're talking about, right? For me, it's always been just more simple to let's go play football, always what I've loved doing, right?
Garrett, wait for the
sorry.
Jets to commit to you and Sauce, basically at the same time you guys came in together. What did that mean to you as well, and how much have you guys talked about, we're going to see this through and try to change this brand?
I mean, for sure, since day one, it's kind of everything that I've went through, Sauce has went through in his own version, and vice versa, and Jermaine and Brees. We all have gone out this whole process together since day one, and this time around it was me and Sauce going through, and it's just another person that I had to bounce my thoughts of, talk with throughout, going up against him at practice, we both got the same things on the line, right? But we're both out there trying to win that rep, and stuff like that is so valuable. As someone that really, that's all I know is having another, first round pick that came in initially, and guys that are, in the same shoes as you. That's all I know. I couldn't imagine it another way, though, and I see guys every year go through that where they're the one guy that is the first-round pick and maybe has to bear some of those things that come with that. And it's a beautiful thing. The pressure is beautiful, but it's also nice to to disperse it a little bit sometimes, right? And it can really help you become like a better version of yourself and just reach that full potential maybe. Because
Garrett, what makes you believe? What makes you believe that Aaron Glenn is the right man at the right time for this franchise?
I mean, for me, it was just getting in front of him, meeting him. He's done this thing. He's played at a high level. He's been a Jet before, which is, for me, is huge, man. These things that, you know, our problems we may have had these first 3 years, and the obstacles of just being a player in the league, he's went through that. He can relate, and then not to mention he's seen the blueprint for what it means to take a team that hasn't had much success and he you know, turn them into that top of the league premier team, right? He's seen the blueprint twice or 3 times. So for me, that's really all I needed to hear. You know, that's not my job to make decisions like that. For me, it's just to you know, meet the people and you know, put my best ball out there. That's all I can do. So for me and for us now, it's our job to go out and play good football, right? It's that's our focus. That's our job. But yeah, man, you know, great dude. I can't wait to go win some games for him, play hard for him, and make some plays for him, for sure.
Garrett, beyond even the contract, it seems like since this new staff and Darren Moody got here, they made it clear to you from the beginning how important you are to this team in the future. Like, what did that mean, even just beyond the numbers and all that?
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot. You know, it means a lot. I trust that, you know, the people that are high qualified football dudes that love the game and watch the game will respect what I bring to the table, and that's, you know, that's why I go about things the way I do every day. You know, no matter what the record is, the score was, that's why I do it, because someone is watching that will take notice, right? And for them to notice that and know, you know, that it's cool. It's cool, man. Like I said, I want to go win games and keep these people that we have in here, because I love them all around, right? That's what it's about. Let's find a way to keep all of us together, right? So,
Garrett,
say that.
what do you feel like is the next step for you in your
Playing meaningful football. You know, I feel like I've said that a few times this offseason, because, you know, that's the question I've been getting asked, right? And that's, you know, you said the next thing. That's the thing, the only thing. I feel like I haven't done anything, right? Let's play meaningful football. That's all. You know, just play in December and January when it matters, when you're playing for something, and go out and make plays. Do what you do, but on the highest stage. You know, I feel like that's the next step. All the rest of the stuff will take care of itself if we find ourselves playing meaningful football in December and January.
when we talked to you in May, you made it clear like you were letting your agent handle this thing and you weren't worried about it. But was it important for you to have it done before reporting for training camp?
Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, important for sure. Just because what you do put on at risk every time you take that field, and you know, it's just maybe a feeling of maybe a little relief, and okay, I can really go just dive, let loose for that ball right there at practice, right? There's stuff like that, you know, little things, but you know, like I said back in May, I really did just go hands off and trust the people that, you know, I brought into my life, that you have to trust to do what, you know, I brought them into my life to do. And you know, 5-6 months later, we look back on it, and I feel really good about the way we went about it. So it's exciting for us and for me. And now it's just, like I said, let's play meaningful football. Let's go make it look like you, I don't know, underpaid or something. Go ball out.
Were you ever brought other deals, Garrett, or was it just the one that you ended up signing, the final extension? Is that the first one that you saw and you were like, that's it, let's go?
No, there was definitely some negotiating, some back and forth for sure. So
I know how involved you, like how much.
So for me, it was like, Jeff, just show me.
Yeah.
Just show me where y'all are at. I truly was hands off with it, man. I don't like to cloud my my headspace with too many things, because, you know, football is it's not simple, not a simple game, but let's just focus on it, because that's when you're your best version of yourself. So for me, it was just like, all right, let me lock in, truly hands off with it. Jeff, you got it. Mooj, AG, all the front office people, y'all got it, and now we're here. But it definitely took some time, some back and forth.
How much better do you think you can be?
A lot better, you know, a lot better as far as my own play and just being cleaner on route detail, finding a way to finish my run after catch a little better, finding a way to get into the end zone, not getting tackled a yard away from the sticks, a yard away from the end zone, stuff that's, you know, for my whole life I've seen as like unacceptable. The drops, you know, I've had 6 drops last year, 7 drops. So, yeah, man, I got to be a lot better. And we'll leave it at that. Hell yeah.
Buy anything fun?
Say it again.
Buy anything fun yet?
Not yet, man. It's football time. Down the road, you'll see what happens. You know.
What did it mean to you to get the contract done?
It meant a lot, you know, just to have that level of security so I could just go out there and make plays and just play. And I feel like it complements the new regime and the new coaching staff because, like I said to y'all earlier, like Coach Wilkes, AG, they got like a plan for our defense, and you know they're gonna put me and the rest of us in positions to make plays, and you know I'm just looking forward to that. So that just complemented it. I mean, me and Garrett was talking like saying how we got to compete, how we got to make it seem like we underpaid still. You know, so that's our mentality that we both have. So looking forward to it, man. But yeah.
Do you feel like there's heightened expectations now from the team for you and Garrett to bring playoff berth, bring that?
No, not heightened in terms of like the contracts making that a thing. Like we always knew, you know. That's a goal of ours. That's a goal that we know is y'all goal, the Jets fans, you know, so we always wanted to make that happen. And I feel like I said, this new regime, they didn't shy away from telling us, not only me and Garrett, what they want from us, but like from everybody on the team, you know, so they have expectations for all of us and themselves as well. And like everybody has a certain like responsibility and accountability that we got to hold ourselves to. And, you know, we looking forward to all embracing that and, you know, just doing our thing.
You mentioned just talking about they have expectations, but what are your expectations just for, you know, this season and beyond?
I want to be the best. Like, that's not just this season, but that's like in general, like my legacy that I want to leave. I want to win games, you know, and I think we have the players, the coaches, and, you know, everything that it takes to win games and to win a lot of games. So, you know, I'm just looking forward to that. That's my main thing. I know my individual accolades, those are going to come with us winning games, you know. So because I know, like, our coaches are putting us in position and they're going to put me in position to make plays. So individually, like, that's not something that I'm worried about. You know, I just know us winning games. Everything else is going to come.
Sauce, you faced a lot of criticism throughout your career at random different points, warranted, unwarranted. How much does it mean to you that after it all, you are now the league's highest paid corner?
It means a lot, you know. I'm Sauce. Like, I mean that in the most humble way. Like, it don't matter what I do, they gonna make a huge deal out of it. I could miss a tackle. It's a lot of people that miss tackles, but I just understand that, like, I'm me. So people are just gonna like blow things out of proportion. But even with them doing that, like, nobody's a bigger critic of me than myself. You know, so it's not something that throws me off guard because even though some people could say I'm being overhated and stuff like that, like, I'm already like so hard on myself. So even if somebody's saying something, I already probably done said it to myself, you know. So it's just great that, you know, the coaching staff and Mr. Johnson all believed in me because, like, despite what people say, they watched the tape, you know, and I'm sure they've watched every single play of my 3 years, and that's what helped them come up with the idea that, like, we're going to sign this guy to a long-term extension. So, you know, it's a blessing, but it's only the beginning. Like, the things that I've accomplished, that's all in the past. Like, I got to take that next step for what I want to accomplish in terms of being a leader and making even more plays. Like, I know it's a floor, but it ain't no roof. Like, the sky's the limit for me, and I'm very aware of that. So,
What were the conversations like with you and Garrett after this happened? It happened, you know, back to back, and you guys have been here together since day one.
Actually, I was doing like this little commercial thing with Complex, and my marketing guy was like, "Yeah, Garrett just got extended," and I was turned. Like, I was very excited for him, so I called him, and like we were just talking, like we was just like he was smiling. He already showed me his big house. I'm like, okay, so you was counting the chickens before they even hatched. Okay, like, I see you, like, you know what I'm saying? But this is like right before that, like, the Jets had sent the offer, and it basically like detailed like it was gonna make me the highest paid. But then like Garrett got signed, and I was like, I don't want to do my deal today. Like, I don't want to agree to it today. Like, I told my team, like, we're not agreeing to it today. I want Garrett to have his day, like, this full day to himself, to just feel good about himself and to, you know, spend that time with his family and stuff like that. I'll do mine tomorrow. And, you know, that's how it went. And You know, we was just very excited. Like I said, we just was like, man, we gonna make this like we underpaid. You know, yeah, that's where we at.
What did you prioritize on working on this offseason, and what is the next level or next step for you?
Everything, like getting bigger, stronger, faster, footwork, you know, just everything, locating the ball better, like all the base fundamentals. Like I just prided myself on all of those things. It wasn't like one specific thing. I was just trying to do a few things right, like hundreds of thousands of times, so I can't get it wrong, you know. So I feel like that's going to show in training camp, and I feel like it's going to show throughout the season. And, you know, I'm looking forward to it.
What excites you most about playing this new defense and the way they plan on using you? Like, what excites you when you think about that?
Man, it's a lot of things, like following guys, blitzing, planning a slot sometimes, everything. Like they got me doing like so many cool things that that I knew I was capable of doing, and you know, to finally just get that regime and get like Coach Wilkes, AG, like Coach Blah, Coach Harris, and then I get extended. Like I'm like everything is just unfolding for me. Everything is happening exactly the way it's supposed to. So, you know, I'm just looking forward to like it all coming alive.
So when you watched yourself back from last year, the 10 penalties, did you think bad luck, bad calls, or do you think there's something I have to fix there?
I mean, I always play like aggressive. I play aggressive. I mean, you can argue. I can argue some of them shouldn't have been called and things like that. But when we play an unperfect sport, you know, refs gonna call flags. Like it wasn't something I did last year in terms of the penalties that I didn't do the years before that. You know, but I don't really like watching myself that much in terms of like the past. I see the things that I got to work on, and like I just attack it on like a clean slate. Like I remember when I was in that draft room with like the Jets, and you know they were showing me plays from college, whether it was good or bad. I just didn't used to like watching them. Like it could be the best play, I just didn't like watching them like that. Except my pick six from UCF. That's like one play from college that I just could always watch. But everything else, I really don't really like watching it. You know, I think I'm scarred from. I had a play against when we played Houston. Tank Dell was running the ball, and I just jammed the receiver to the sideline, and I just stopped, like thinking the play was over because I just seen a lot of people around him. He reversed the field and scored, and almost scored. And I just remember every NFL team I talked to would like pull that up and be like, "Man, you can't do this." And I'm just scarred from watching myself in the past, seeing stuff like that. So, yeah, man, I'm just looking forward to this season. Like I'm looking forward to just growing and continuing to take that next step for sure.
How painful has the losing been during your career?
It's been pretty painful. Like I've always won pretty much. Like in college, I was always winning the conference championships, and we went to the college football playoffs that year. And you know, obviously you don't want to lose as a player. You know, it's not a good look. You know, Mr. Johnson, he hired a certain amount of guys to help us win. You know, and they then draft players, get players from free agency that's supposed to like make a change. So I feel like now I gotta continue to be this leader that I know I can be. Like everybody is bought in. I feel like we have the perfect like structure. I'm just looking forward to it for sure. Like I feel like we got the coaches, the players, the personnel, the front office, everything that it takes, so that way, you know, we're not losing and we're able to win games.
You expect is the best yet to come for you? Do you think personally?
Oh yeah, I definitely think that. You know, I always tell myself I ain't seen nothing yet, so I know the rest of the world haven't seen nothing yet either.
What were your conversations like with Mr. Johnson? You mentioned him since agreeing to this, and I'm sure he expects a return on his investment.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, him just saying he always believed in me. You know, things like that, which I knew. And, me just telling him he ain't got to worry about nothing, you know, when it comes to me, like, on and off the field, like, yeah, like, I'm looking forward to it. Like, I've been saying I'm looking forward to it. I feel like I've said that a billion times over the past few months, but, you know, I've been working my butt off all season, so it's only a matter of time till I'm on that field doing my thing.
You just touched on the leadership part against us, but this team's a lot younger than it was in recent years. CJ's gone from the defense, Aaron's gone on the offense. Do you feel like there's a void here that you kind of need to fill in terms of leadership?
Yeah, I definitely think there needs to be more leadership now that those guys are gone, and I feel like the guys that know that they can lead are going to step up like they're supposed to, include me. So there's nothing wrong with young leaders either, you know. We're going to do what we're supposed to. We're going to make sure we lead by example. That's where it starts, and then we're going to be vocal about it as well, you know, just holding everybody accountable.
What was ICE's reaction to the new deal?
Who's?
ICE's reaction to the new deal?
I mean, she just said congrats, you know, just normal stuff. She just said congrats. I mean, yeah, it wasn't really too much. Just congrats. And yeah, it happened.
What do you feel like the expectations are for this team, you know, as you guys kick it off tomorrow?
I just think, personally, I don't know the expectation because I haven't been in a team meeting of kicking it off today. But just going off what I feel from OTAs and things like that, expectation is to be disciplined, to play hard, to work hard, and also to be tough and to do the things we can do on the field and off the field to execute. I think the number one thing is like playing smart football and executing to the highest ability that we talked about in OTAs a lot. So I think it's super high expectation for this team, for this coaching staff, and for this organization, and what we want to achieve and where we want to go. So,
what gives you the confidence that Aaron Glenn can bring more out of you and out of this team?
The confidence is just how he carry himself. The things he speak on, the things he say. Like I've been coached by one of the greatest coaches of all time, and I kind of know how I look and know how I feel when it comes down to being around people who can take me and a team to the highest level. And he got every aspect in him. He got every quote, every the way he carries himself. I know he's gonna be one of the greatest coaches in this league, Aaron Glenn. Just the way he go about things, man. And I've never been around Bill Parcells. I know I get a lot of the stories and stuff since I've been here. So to see a guy to kind of exemplify all the stories that I've heard about Bill Parcells is kind of like, oh, I see what people was talking about when it come down to the things that Bill Parcells did and how he acted and how he conducted himself and the things that he did to lead a team to success. So, and Coach Glenn got every single aspect of what I went through with Coach Saban and the stories I hear about Bill. So,
The defense that you guys played in the last few years with Robert and Jeff, there wasn't a lot of blitzing.
Yep.
It was mostly just front four go. It seems like this year there's going to be more of that. Linebackers coming, safeties, corners, all that crazy stuff. How does that change things for you up front as a defensive lineman?
It's one of the things I just got to do my job to the best of my ability. No matter what it is, no matter what play it is, I got to execute to the highest level to whatever I choose to do. And you got one of the teams like Kansas City defense, they blitz a lot, and you got Chris Jones over there who's having a phenomenal career. So hopefully I can be in that same category, that same position that he's been put in when it comes down to blitzing a lot and things like that. So.
Do you know him at all, Chris?
Oh yeah, I train with him a bunch.
Did you pick his brain at all this offseason about?
Oh, every season, every off season, I pick his brain. Every week I probably talk to Chris. So.
When you watched Garrett and Sauce since they got here, what was your reaction last week when you saw that they got their contracts?
Oh, I was super excited for them, man. Them two guys who literally work their butts off week in and week out. If it's going against each other, if it's pushing each other, if it's going against another individual and pushing another individual, those two guys, I'm super happy that it got done for, and they are part of this organization for the years to come. Because, like I said, I want to be a part of this organization to turn this thing around, to get the New York Jets to the Super Bowl that it desperately deserves. And I know that those two guys are going to help me, and I know those two guys are willing to do the same thing that I'm willing to do when it comes down to winning football games, when it comes down to leading this team, when it comes down to leading this organization. So to see those guys get the every penny that they deserve is unbelievable in my aspect, and I'm super happy for them. So.
How hungry are you to make the playoffs?
I'm hungry to win a football game. Like, I'm hungry to win more than 7 games. Like, I came from Bama, and the winning aspect at Bama, man, it was every single game we expected to win, and that's the hunger still lives me to this day. Like, I'm one of those guys I'm built primarily about the process, not about the playoffs, not about the Super Bowl, but every single week, can I win? Every single day, can I win that day? And those little small wins are add up to the big wins, like potentially going to the playoffs or like potentially going to the Super Bowl. But I kind of got to focus on winning today, winning tomorrow, getting better every single day, and hopefully that ultimate goal will get achieved. So,
Quinn, has that been tough for you? Because like you mentioned Alabama playing for Saban and all that, and then having to just kind of grow in the NFL and not make the playoffs, just trying to focus on that, what you said, just your own process day by day. Has that been tough for you?
It hasn't been tough. I kind of just fall back on all the learning I've learned across the NFL. All the veteran guys in the NFL. Jerry McCoy is one of those guys. A lot of guys in the NFL who helped me out and just give me the advice that I need to be a better leader. Ray Lewis gave me some advice at the Pro Bowl, and I just seek out advice and seek out knowledge from individuals, not on just losing, but just how to be a better leader, how to uplift people around me, how to, when I'm going through negative times or when the organization going through negative times, how to be that shining light and to bring other people along when it comes down to my leadership skills and stuff like that. So it's definitely been challenging, but I'm one of those people who kind of accept those challenges, want to get better in those challenges, want to be a better person for this team, because I know if I be a better team, the organization is going to be better, the team is going to be better. So,
Take a couple more. What was Ray Lewis's message?
Just about bringing other people along with you, not just being a person that's going to go out there and do the things or uphold the standard by yourself, but also bringing along people next to you, bringing along people in the locker room, bringing along people on the other side of the ball when I can. So that was a great message for me, and I take that every single day. So.
What did you think of the new locker room?
Can you repeat that again?
The new locker room. What do you think of the new locker room?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it's super nice, man. Unbelievable. Like the new things that we got, the new colorway and everything like that. It's super dope. The new chairs are really comfortable and nice, so it's super nice. Did you guys get to see it yet?
No.
But yeah,
What
it's
are your
really
thoughts
nice.
on the people that might line up next to you? The team signed 3 veteran defensive tackles, Tufeli, Coward, and Nandi. What are your thoughts on those 3 guys?
I think all 3 of those guys are unbelievable players, man. And you got all 3 of them do different things well, and they do different things that they can help this team. All 3 of them does things that can help this team and help this defense and this defensive line be successful. So I can't wait to see the battles. I can't wait to see the growth in each and every one of us. And I can't wait to help and uplift and bring along guys who need help, and guys bring me along the things I need help with also. So.
On the locker room note, the Jets and Woody, they were ripped pretty good in the NFLPA report that kind of came out in the offseason. One of the criticisms was the locker room.
Yeah.
What does it kind of mean that it seems like some of those issues that players brought up are that the organization, they're making an effort to address them?
Oh, it's unbelievable, man, to see those make the effort. Not even just the locker room, but the pay the players, like you just seen. They just paid the players to get the locker room. You see those efforts, and this organization and Woody as an owner want to see this team be successful. Want to see this team go in the right direction when it comes down to winning football games. When it comes down to be a healthy environment. When it comes down to doing the necessary things to put the players in the position to win football games. And you just take your hat off to that, and just know that you got an owner that stand behind you and want to see you be great on the field and off the field. So,
is it like you're in a new place when you first walked in there into the locker room?
Oh yeah, it's like you're in a whole new area, like when you, I guess, renovate your house and you walk into your house for the first time. So it's unbelievable. So I was here 6 years, and now this year I get a new locker room. So it's unbelievable to see the past and now the present. So.